family. Today is going to be a topic that I'm not going to lie, I've kind of been dreading to talk about, but I believe it needs to be talked about because I know that it can possibly help someone. The topic that I'm going to be speaking on today is poverty, and I can speak on it because my family is currently in it right now. We've been in this situation for a few years now, and it's poverty. I always mention that my husband has 2 jobs, and he does odd jobs, and he also is trying to start a business where he does power washing and staining and stuff like that. So he works a lot. I know that the word says a man who chooses, keyword chooses, not to work will not eat. That's almost just like saying cause and effect. So he works now. He works. David is a working man. As far as how I started this vlog, he is one of the main reasons why, because he wants to be around us, but he knows he has to work. So I felt like, okay, let's record everything and share the moments that he misses. And that's why I've said that it's not just for y'all, it's for my husband too. So you guys get a sneak peek into our life, but I really want him to see some of the fun things that we do as a family, so he doesn't feel left out. But you know, and I can also connect with you guys on a deeper level. I kind of want to talk about, I guess, how we got into this situation. So we currently are struggling right now, and sometimes I feel like there's no, like, sometimes I feel like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but it doesn't make it any easier. It's almost like, is this ever going to end? Is it ever going to end? And some people may think, you know, oh, you have a business and blah, blah, blah. You have Original Naturals, blah, blah, blah. There's a difference between having a business and having a successful business, which I guess would lead me into why I stopped Original Naturals. David was going through some mental health issues, and it affected every aspect of his life and our life, and to the point where he had an extremely well-paying job and he chose to leave it. And it put us in a super bad position. The thing that you guys have to realize is I ended up putting him in the hospital prior to this, and I kept calling his job like every morning. I said, what do I have to do to keep him in this job? And I was pregnant with Ayana. And he said, well, call every morning at 4. So I called every morning at 4. He was there for about a week. So every morning at 4, I called. But when he got out, he decided to leave that job, and I just couldn't do it anymore. This wasn't the first time. It kept happening consistently. That's why he's big about staying at jobs or whatever. But if you're at a job that's gonna, you know, hold you down, that's not the job for you. If something comes better along, take it. You know, because I'm gonna tell you right now, whoever you're working for now, especially if you're in a poverty situation, they are not thinking about you like that. They might make you think they're thinking about you like that, but they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about that dollar. They're not thinking about you like that, and they will lie to you to get you to do and stay pretty much a slave. You know, it was to the point that I decided that the kids and I needed to leave for safety reasons and for security reasons. So we left. I wrote out what I expected, you know, when I left in order for us to come back. And he ended up meeting those things, so hence we're back now. But during that time, Original Natural stopped. Everything stopped. I got a job at JCPenney, which I miss. And that's a big thing in itself, because you gotta think about, I have been out of work for about 7+ years after I had my kids, because we decided whenever we first got married that I would stay home with them. So it's been a while. So I was like, okay, God, thank you for finding and getting me that job, because I mean, I literally went out every single day, and there's a lot of people who can vouch for that. So much so that my pastor was like, Carissa, rest, because no one is gonna hire you looking like that. Like, girl, come on. So I mean, I was exhausted, crying, just, you go through a lot of emotions during that time when you separate, and especially when you have nothing. Like I said, my husband was the sole provider, so I didn't have anything. I did take some monies with me, but I didn't do like most people would do, which is take everything, take all the man money. Like, this is in my mind the whole time, and this is one thing I told him, and I told everyone who ever asked me, is it was always reconcile. I won't reconcile. I want my husband. I won't reconcile. If I did not have the kids, I probably would have stayed in the situation and worked through it. But because I had them, I had to think about all of that. Yeah, my safety too, if I would have stayed, but I think I could have handled that. I'm not sure if I said this, but we ended up becoming homeless. I stayed in the homeless shelter for women and children, and then after that I moved with my mom, got the job at JCPenney, and then he started, David started getting himself together, meeting the expectations that I had. And I'm gonna be honest with you,